and hear as much as I can in this short period. I feel 40 minutes is too short a time to know about such a celebrated artist of our times. I would begin by introducing her. At the outset, I would like to say that, share with you rather, that some years ago, I had the honor, it was my good fortune that Sonalji, whom we all look up to, revere in the field of dance, she was there to introduce me to the audience. And ma'am, it has remained one of the most beautiful, unforgettable moments of my life. And today, again, it is one such moment for me, which I will always treasure in my heart for times to come. I would like to introduce, maybe I will not do justice, but I will try. As you all know, Sonalji says no introduction. She doesn't need one, very rightly said, but it is a duty, our duty, to at least say a few things which go with her name. She is the most celebrated artist of our times, well versed in several art forms. When we find it difficult to even master one, here you have an artist who knows several art forms, classical dance forms, and with such an ease, she can go from one to the other and do complete justice. She has been honored with several awards, rewards, and recognitions, and I would just say, talk about only two of them, the Padma Bhushan in 1992 and Padma Vibhushan in 2003. The most prestigious awards which are given to the people from different fields. She has several choreographic works to her credit, and that I would like Sonalji to talk about. She has always derived her themes and material from our ancient texts, and she's also a person, a thinking dancer, a thinking artist. She always felt that dance is a part of the environment and dance forms should reflect issues of the society, and she firmly believes that art forms have the power to bring even countries closer. Some of her choreographic works reflect issues connected to women and environment. She participates actively in environment-related seminars and conducts workshops and gives lectures sharing her perceptions. Ma'am, I would like you to tell us how your journey has been. We all know we have read about her in newspapers, in magazines, in journals, that her life has been very, 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 very rich, very eventful, and each moment of her life she has dedicated to the art form. She says that an artist and a citizen go hand in hand. So I would first like to ask her, ma'am, do you feel the artist comes first or the citizen, or vice versa, in your own words?
Thank you, Alekhya. Namaskar to all of you. Pleasure to be here. I'm not exactly going to answer Alekhya because I think we have little time and I'm going to take off on my own. All right? Um, I think all of us must have a passion in life. Without passion, life is barren. Without passion, we are like trees without fruit and flowers. So there has to be flavor, taste, fragrance, aroma, rasa in life. Now, rasa is a very beautiful word. And I often used to say in my workshops in India and abroad, especially in India, we know nimbu ka ras, karele ka ras, angur ka ras, musambi ka ras, santre ka ras, etc. But nothing can really describe the word rasa, which is in our Alankara Shastra, Rasa Shastra, which says that it's the essence, the very essence of living and life. And rasa is the taste, the flavor, the sentiment, the mood, the passion, the fragrance, everything you can think of. A relationship without rasa is no relationship. Dance without rasa is no dance. Music without rasa is no music. Speech without rasa is no speech, empty words. Interaction without rasa is no interaction, empty gestures. And therefore rasa has been compared to the most beautiful word, which is the key to understand India. Alekhya, you'll agree? Ananda. Ananda. Ananda is that blissful state, the state of aesthetic delight. Not necessary to read Shastras, not at all necessary to know the arts, be a dancer, be a musician. Very necessary to be a sensitive human being who can see the Indradhanush, the rainbow, in a drop of dew, who can see the flight of imagination in the flight of the birds, who can taste ananda in the smile of a child or anyone, the smile in the eyes. So rasa and ananda are the two keywords, and therefore rasananda becomes one word which simply defines India, India's thought, India's culture, India's traditions. And this is the key to our arts also. Therefore, I don't know what I am. I know I'm Sonal. I was given the name of Sonal. And when my mother, I'm the second child, my elder sister, my younger brother, when my mother was pregnant with me, she happened to see the performance of Uday Shankar, Ravi Shankar ji's elder brother, in fact, eldest brother. And Ravi Shankar ji started as a dancer in Uday Shankar's troupe. You don't know about that. Ravi ji was a great friend of mine. Sukanya still remains a friend. And Uday Shankar is the name that we need to revere. And I'm going to suggest to our Prime Minister, he should be awarded Bharat Ratna, at least now. He is the one who introduced Indian dance and music and arts and aesthetics to the Western world. We are always looking at the West as if it is Narayana's feet, Narayana Pada, Vishnu Pada. We're always saying, oh, West, what do you think of the Western arts? I said, the world is a globe. If I go west and west and west and west, I'll come to Japan, and then I'll come back to India. So for me, West means nothing. But as a concept, as a thought, Uday Shankar was the one who took our arts to that great height. and introduced to the rest of the world in late 19th, early 20th century. Why I mention his name is that when my mother saw Uday Shankar's performance in Bombay, she thought, this child, whether a girl or a boy, let that child dance. And I was born. So I have no choice in the matter. And yet, I think Indian dance does not compartmentalize your life. Rather, it opens a whole vista to the person. Because Indian dance is all-encompassing. We learn music with it. We have great literature from Rig Veda to contemporary, from which we can select, choose at random. Sculpture. Dance is called sculpture made visual. Philosophy. Philosophical lectures can bore you, but the same concepts, when danced on stage, look so beautiful, and you take back some of it home. And therefore, Nataraja, the Shiva Nataraja, is world famous. Even our Fritz of Capra, I'm sure some of you have read his Tao of Physics. The cover page is Nataraja. And he has drawn a graph of energy particles, which is Nataraja. So the yoga, sculpture, philosophy, music, literature, everything comes together in dance. And all these are integral part of Indian culture society. Though I'm born an Indian, I'm sure I've done great punya to be born in this land. And the mystery, the mystique of this land is such, my constant prayer has been, may I have at least 7 more births in this land to be able to understand a little.
Sonalji has so beautifully captured the very essence of what it means to be an Indian, foremost, and then an artist, a performer. And being an artist is being a complete person, being exposed not only to Indian literature, music, painting, sculpture, you name it. It has every subject in it. And ma'am, I would like to know a little more about your choreographic works, how you have derived from the ancient texts.
Ancient texts are ever new. Therefore, whether it's Mahabharata, Ramayana, Puranas, Rig Veda, Upanishads, they are constantly in conversation with us. What is needed now is to understand and contextualize them for today. I'll give you a small example. Prime Minister Modi's Swachhata Abhiyan, we know that about Swachhata, Swachh Bharat Mission, you've heard about that. On 15th August 2014, his first speech as Prime Minister from the Red Fort. People were aghast. Some were aghast, some were saying, what is he saying? He's the Prime Minister of India. The world is listening. He's talking about toilets. He's talking about cleanliness. He's talking about all this on 15th August. I said in my tweets and on my Facebook, and I told my friends, we should be ashamed, first of all, we as citizens of India, that he has to talk about it. We should be ashamed. And then, because it is of prime importance to the health of every person, every citizen, and therefore the collective health of the country. It's that important. And because it demands respect, it gives respect to everyone. All of you here, I'm sure, are well-to-do, and you each have your bathrooms and toilets in your house and everything. Please go around in the country, not just in Hyderabad, even in Hyderabad, I'm sure, even in Telangana, Andhra. How many thousands of people, women, have to use public spaces for this kind of primal need. It's shameful. Number 2, we are so careless about everything. As I was saying in the morning, our great friend, the greatest friendship is with our mobile these days. Look around. People going on pillion, on a motorbike, cycling, in a rickshaw, in a car, wherever you see, crossing the road, on railway tracks, taking selfies, looking all the time. It's a kind of a monkey business to keep on playing with your mobile phone. You are totally careless. We are careless about our environment, about each other. There is no consideration, no respect. Therefore, if there is a banana peel there, they don't see. I've seen people slip and fall and hit their head and get bloodied. But they will not give up looking at the mobile. You know about people getting killed on the railway tracks, killed by trucks and buses. But why I say all this is that cleanliness is not just about the broom, not about doing jhadu pocha. My 3 V's were, I will share with you. And I wrote to Mr. Modi that you have put my name as one of your Navaratnas for Swachh Bharat Mission, the only artist. Thank you very much. You have honored the whole art world by giving me and us the responsibility. But our work is through our art, giving the message. So therefore, first thing, vichar. Swachh vichar. Good thinking, pure thinking, positive thinking, which would translate in Swachh Vani, our words, our language, what we say, how we say, in which tone and timbre, to who. Very, very, very important. And then it would translate into Vyahavar, Swachh Vyahavar. Good interaction, good behavior, good etiquette, good manners. Vani, Vichar, Vani, Vyahavar. The 3 V's. And then I come to how I use our Puranas, our stories, our epics, our Upanishads. The Yamuna, there is a big question of river pollution in India. I don't think that we have left any river untouched, whether it is Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, Narmada, Tapi, Maha, Son, Ganga, Yamuna, you name them. Our great quality of modern, contemporary, smart India is to ruin everything we have inherited from nature. I'm sorry, I use harsh words because I think we need to really think about these things. So, Yamuna flowing by Delhi, Indraprastha. Today's Yamuna is a gutter. It's not a river. It's dirty, stinking, polluted. Exactly the description found in Sri Bhagavata Mahapurana, which is the life story of Krishna. When the poisonous snake Kaliya, with the whole clan, Kunba, Parivar, came to live in Jamuna by the banks of Gokul, Vrindavan, the blue waters of Yamuna became dark and black with poison, stinking, vegetation died, people died, birds and animals were dying, and Krishna came to the rescue just by throwing a ball playfully, and under the pretext of getting the ball back from the water, challenged Kaliya to battle and vanquished Kaliya, and then the beautiful imagination of Krishna